I want to thank my boy Gary from Nerd for letting me know this was going on. But we currently have the cringiest thing you're ever going to see happening. But it's important to cover this stuff, okay? It's important to cover this stuff when it's happening. This is happening right now, all right? Geeks and Nerds for Harris. Geeks and Nerds for Harris. You're getting a bunch of loser celebrities getting together to cry about Donald Trump. Listen to these idiots.
Democratic and it's un-American. And lastly, because I do talk a lot, I'll try not to continue too long. The word freedom means something to me. It's not the meaning that it's suddenly become, which is the freedom to say, get the F off my lawn. Freedom means something. Freedom is a great.
I am gonna interrupt you.
Yeah, that's the Supernatural cast. Cory Booker. Like this is insane.
Because we have to share with folks some things that they can do to actually maintain this freedom and get activated here.
Register to vote. Register to vote. Get involved in everything that's local. Look and see and find the best person for the job. For me, it's Harrison Walls.
Yes, absolutely. I want to tell you guys, everybody who's watching right now, that this is part telethon fundraiser, and we have to knock it out of the park. We have to collectively show that geeks and nerds really do put their fingers on the scale. So collectively, as a tribe here, the boys / Supernatural casts and producers have put up a match of $35,000 that we are challenging you who are watching right now at home.
So essentially everything that these idiots are saying right now, we're just going to flip it. We're going to flip it in terms of like, well, this is what we have to do to get Trump elected. So every single thing that these clowns are saying, that's what we're going to say. We're just going to say, well, we just need to do that to get Trump elected. So that's the whole thing we're going to do right here. We're going to laugh at these cringe idiots. All right. And then everything that they claim they need to do to get Harris elected, that's what we Trump supporters need to do to make sure Trump gets elected.
So I'm so happy to be here. So please, everybody, get out and vote.
All right, everyone. That's it for
hostage video. Now, look, there's a lot. So there's been a lot of people on this stream already, and there's more to come. OK,
and Supernatural. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Senator Booker.
Isn't Jensen going to sing Eye of the Tiger? I thought he was going to sing Eye of the Tiger. Come on.
Senator.
Come on.
Eye of the Tiger is the thrill of the fight. Guess the bottle is a Yeah. So that's what it's like to hang out with Jensen. Anyway, thank you, everyone. Donate. Go to Geeks.
Donate. Please
go to geeksandgamers.com. Geeksandgamers.com. Thank you for the shout out, guys. Appreciate that.
Thank you so much. And let's get to work. Let's get Harrison Walls elected. And thank you very much.
God.
Thank you.
Hey everybody, this is Derek from Torrance. I'm a pinball geek for Harris. This year we cannot simply stand by while our democracy goes right down the drain. We've got to get engaged, stay active, get hands-on, and do a little nudging to affect the outcome of this election. Together, we can slam tilt Trump and hand Harris Walls a jackpot victory in November. Thank you. Hey everybody, this is Derek from
We have to cover this because we have to see the bullshit that these weirdos are up to. This is horrible.
For me. So we're going to.
This is why I keep saying, man, Republicans, conservatives, they need to reach out to the nerds, man. You need to reach out to the nerds.
Same thing for Space Explorers. If you donate in this next segment, my wife and I will personally match up to $100,000 that you donate. So go smash that donate button. Let's get the Space Explorers back in the lead.
Thank you. And I just want to say a thank you to the cast of The Boys for offering to match Earth Heroes. We deeply appreciate you. And we have to do everything we can to step up. We only have 43 days left until the election. Trump and his cronies are going to spend billions of dollars burying our positive message. So please do whatever you can. And
this is called desperation, ladies and gentlemen. So you've got a bunch of Hollywood celebrities getting together, calling it Geeks and Nerds for Harris. If you're just tuning in, They're calling it Geeks and Nerds for Harris, and they're pulling all of their loser celebrities out there so that they can try and show you how desperate they are, because this is truly desperation right now, because they know Trump has all the momentum.
Hello, everyone. I'm honored to join Linda Carter and so many friends on the Geeks and Nerds for Harris Wallace call. Star Trek fans and all of our collective fandoms are a passionate bunch. Indeed, if not for our fans, Star Trek might have been canceled after just 2 seasons. A Save Star Trek campaign flooded NBC with thousands of letters and phone calls, urging them not to cancel us. Thanks to that, we were extended for another season. Who knows where we would be today without that passionate activism? Star Trek challenges us to dream of a better future where freedom and progress flourish. And we know that America cannot afford another Trump presidency. So it's time for our fans to step up again, to vote blue up and down the ballot, and to volunteer to write letters and postcards to voters.
So again, everything they're saying, just take that in, flip it in reverse, and apply that to Donald Trump and the Republicans. That's what you do in this situation.
Hello, friends, both human and alien. My name is Bayo. I cannot vote on this planet, but if I could vote, I would vote for Vice President Harris. Earth needs a leader who is both kindly and strong, and also not all unhinged and stuff like that other guy. Vice President Harris can help to heal the climate, and the world, and the galaxy. Bayo is asking you to vote for Vice President Harris, sending the healing hand vibes to anyone who needs them right now. Thank you.
What?
Yeah, I just wanted to. I don't know what just happened. Yeah, I just wanted to. I don't know what.
I can't stop watching that. I can't stop watching that.
Yeah, I just wanted to. I don't know what just happened there, but it sounded really kind of, what can I say? Weird? I just want to celebrate the woman who made this whole Zoom call movement possible, you know, to win with Black women founder Jokata Edie. Her friend and colleague, Holly Holiday, is joining us tonight because Jokata couldn't be with us. So, Holly, thank you so much for your leadership. And I know that Jokata is one of your great, great friends. And I thank you so much for your leadership and being with us tonight. Thank you so much for being here at the last minute. Welcome to this wonderful, fabulous thing. Please help us bring in the money and bring in the vote.
Yeah, well, listen, we're definitely
here. What was that? Bring in the money and bring in the vote. Oh, God.
Here to bring in the money, and you're right. I have been Zooming all night. This is just what Jotaka and I do.
Jotaka, that's what I meant.
Of course.
I blew that one time. I totally blew that. Will you forgive me? And will she forgive me? I blew it 1,000%. I'm sorry.
You all have to blame Gary, okay? I just got done with Tuesday night's main event. Gary sends me a link and he goes, dude, what the fuck? And he goes, you need to be live right now. And I click on it and I'm going, oh my God, this is bad. This is terrible. So if you're mad that I'm putting you through this cruel and unusual punishment, as Final Halo said, you have to blame Gary, okay? Blame Gary.
Listen,
it's his fault.
This Black women raised $1.5 million in 100 minutes. I think you can do way better than that. So this is your chance to try. I love being a part of this community. I actually am a part of this community. I'm probably one of the geekiest people you ever want to meet. I'm fangirling over here over all the shows, both the Earth shows as well as the Heavenly shows. And I just want to say, in fact, it was the space shows and the science fiction genre that first acknowledged Black women's leadership in Lieutenant O'Hara.
Oh,
so we
no.
are continuing that with you tonight. Thank you so much for having us.
Audio broadcast in Zoom A.
They haven't.
Hey. Hey, everybody. The Nerd Avengers are here. We are so grateful to be included in this amazing event.
What?
And the Nerd Avengers started out as a concept of a plan. But we quickly realized that we each shared a passion for making America a stronger democracy, and that nothing could make that happen more effectively than the power of nerds united. So I'm going to kick things off by sharing my nerd origin story. I grew up as a book nerd. In fact, as a kid, I considered my superpower to be reading. As I got older, I became a science fiction nerd, and it was actually through watching Star Trek reruns that I learned what kind of society humanity had in it to create. That was the kind of society I wanted to live in. But in order to achieve it, we needed to believe in putting the needs of the many above our own. We had to value justice and creativity and community while leaving behind all of the things that divide us. It was through watching Star Trek that I developed one of my other superpowers, which is an unyielding belief in human goodness. Now, that belief has been severely tested over the last 9 years, but I'm absolutely convinced that it is best embodied by Vice President Kamala Harris and Governor Tim Walz, and it's through valuing and nurturing the goodness in all of us.
If this doesn't piss all of you off, like if this doesn't make you want to go support Donald Trump even more, I don't know what will. This has to be a massive, we have to make this a massive backfire for them. And if you're on the fence, hopefully this helps you get off the fence, and it helps you realize that these are the type of people. They are doing everything they can to make you think that Kamala Harris is actually an intelligent human being that can actually help the United States of America and be the leader of the world. These people are trying to make you believe that.
Over to you, Waj.
Assalamu alaikum, Linda Carter, Wonder Woman, and fellow nerds and geeks and freaks and everything in between. My superhero origin story, my name is Wajahat Ali. My parents named me Wajahat to blend. I grew up as a shy, left-handed, husky pants-wearing Muslim kid who couldn't speak English in the United States of America, and I unlocked the superpower of storytelling at a young age to survive bullies. And I unlocked the superpower of driving a minivan to survive middle age. And I'm here to imagine a new chapter in the American story, where a daughter of Black Indian immigrants will inshallah defeat a white supremacist criminal vulgarian and be the first female commander-in-chief. I want to show my two beautiful brown-skinned daughters, Nusayba and Khadija, who also have a trisyllabic name like Kamala Harris, that America will move forward, not backward. And America can and will expand the tent to include and protect Haitians, Muslims, Jews, women, immigrants, LGBTQ+, and kittens and dogs. And may we also have justice for Marcellus Williams and his family, inshallah. Brian.
Thank you, Waj. I'm Brian Kiram, your friendly neighborhood White House reporter. My nerd superpowers, critical thinking, or as my dad used to say, I have a great bullshit detector. I was born into a family of lawyers and politicians, yet my father was a car salesman. My mother, well, she was a morning show host and a local actress. So with that background, I learned bullshit at an early age. I was taught critical thinking, to push back against authority, and never accept anyone's political word without vetting the facts. During the 4 years of the Trump administration, he tried to take away my press pass 3 times. I beat him in court all 3 times. I and a few other reporters in the White House pushed back at him every chance we got. So it's my goal to inform the public. My firsthand experience tells me Trump is demented. We all know that one person can't save us, even if he says that he can. We know the solution, and it's us. Folks, vetted facts matter. Get out and get the vetted facts. Be a critical thinker. And at the end of the day, I just want to tell you, I ain't going back.
All right, Jen, down to you.
Hey, I'm Jen Taub, and my nerd superpower is law. I'm a law professor in Detroit, where I teach the skill of follow the money in my white-collar crime class. And no, it's not a how-to class. Remember, it was the lawyers who rushed into the airports and set up offices in food courts to help stranded travelers and stop Donald Trump's first Muslim ban. And it will be the lawyers who help block this plan that Georgia has to force us to have ballots counted by hand on election day. I believe lawyers can and will.
That's your selling point. Okay.
Defeat Donald and save America by any means necessary. Over to you, Mary.
Oh
Thanks,
no.
guys.
Oh no. Oh no.
All Americans, thank you, Mary. Mary, I just want to, I want to say to you, thank you, Mary. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Mary. I appreciate you so much. I have such an affection. And thank you for that great run up to this beautiful music. But I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for your voice. You have been in my heart and in my mind for a very long time. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. And here we go. Here we go. This is this my turn to say this? Oh, okay. Sorry. All of America. Oh, I'm so too excited that I got to see Mary. All Americans are such good people, and so many have been fooled by the gold leaf. You know, Americans are solid gold, and we have to look at the facts. We need justice, not alternative facts. When Kamala says do something, it's like what you're doing right now, tuning in here, right here with us, to learn how you can get out there for good. You know, it is that, it is you, it is being outside of, it's outside here, and it's being in the street, and it's talking to people, and it's getting to vote, and it's listening, taking your precious time to do what you're doing right now. We need your money, and we need your vote. So this next performer knows a thing or two about variety shows. You may remember him fondly.
This is tough, man.
From the Brack Show, please give a warm welcome to the iconic, the super duper, the amazing and fabulous, iconic, Andy Brack Merrill. I love you.
I love you too.
I just can't get over it. I get to talk to you. I can't get over it.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome.
In the heart of my bottom. Thank you to the 15,000 people that followed on Twitter. So here, I'm singing a song. So take your medicine. Okay, here we go.
What?
You'd think we know the difference between good and bad. Too many are willingly bamboozled, and it's sad. Do I want my favorite toy or a bag of broken glass? Some will choose the glass because of the chokehold on air. But so we gotta choose joy and not hate. If we made that choice together, it'd be great. Let's stand up and get the let out to control our fate. Gotta choose joy and not hate. Gotta choose joy and not hate. Let's all support each other. It's never ever shady. Be you trusted family member or a childless cat lady. We must show up in droves and vote like hell. We need to defeat the crappy old man with the diaper smell. So we gotta choose joy and not hate. If we made that choice together, it'd be great. Let's get out there and canvas, do it state by state. 'cause we gotta choose joy and not hate. We gotta choose joy and not hate. Now, I'm not gonna vote like any other sucker because we can never go back to that crazy former president. Instead of voting for all the chaos and him, let's all get out and vote for Kamala and Tim. No, we gotta choose joy and not hate. If we make that choice together, it'd be great. We've got now until November 5th. It's not too late. We gotta choose joy and not hate. Hey, we gotta choose joy and not hate. Everybody, we gotta choose joy and not hate. I'ma keep running 'cause the winner don't quit on herself. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Vote. We got 6 weeks.
Yeah, baby. We got 6 weeks. Andy.
This is the greatest thing that's ever happened to Donald Trump. That is going to be clipped. That is going to go viral. That's going to be viral. That's the what is happening right now? What is happening? That was meant to make Donald Trump look bad. That was meant to make Donald Trump look bad. What the fuck is happening right now?
Andy, I know you love this country. I also love this country. I also love beans. I'm half Mexican and half Irish.
Okay, fine.
I love Tim. My dad had Tim Wall's
fine. I'll change it.
Eyebrows, those great eyebrows. And by the way, I just said I love beans. I like the way you love beans, and we love beans. Thank you. I like you. The next guest.
All right, I took it off.
Is this where I am? Or are we having a break? Oh, this. Mine. Oh, this is very important. Next guest has taught me everything I know about Social Security because I'm of an age, don't you know? She happens to be my sister-in-law, and she is one smart cookie. Please welcome Social Security expert Nancy Altman with special guest Senator Tammy Duckworth and activist Rachel Miner. Welcome.
Hello, I am Elie Mystal the Gray. I'm the Justice Correspondent for The Nation, and I represent here Earth's Heroes for donations, and I represent all the free peoples of this good Earth. I speak for those who want their rights and their decisions on what to do with their own bodies to be governed by just laws and their own good conscience. Unfortunately, our lands today are ruled not by the people, but by a captured and corrupted, bizarro version of the Council of Elrond that we call the Supreme Court. Like the storybooks, this Supreme Council consists of people chosen by the powerful, not elected by the people. But unlike the stories, these lords act solely to advance a dread and brutal vision. They include, of course, the mouth of Sauron, Samuel Alito, the white hand of extremism, Clarence Thomas, and the avatar of stupidity and foolishness, Brett Kavanaugh.
You just called
the rule
Clarence
of these
Thomas
men
the white hand?
and their handmaiden, Amy Coney Barrett,
wow,
covers the land in darkness. One that would see the burning, biting, and breaking of the environment, the rescission of individual rights for all those who do not conform to the gender and sexual norms imposed upon them, and of course, their bloodthirsty and treacherous defense of their precious, the Second Amendment. The very idea of a pluralistic democracy stands on the edge of a knife. If we stray but a little and give these people more judges and justices, it will fail to the ruin of all. Yet, hope remains while our candidates remain true. Kamala Harris and Tim Walz have embraced Supreme Court reform, and with it, the hope that we will live to see these days renewed. And so I ask you to support their fellowship. Support them with your coin so they can reform the court and, more importantly, be joined by the strength of armies and armies of lawyers, actually, because lawyers are going to be extremely necessary to defend these election results from the enemy worm tongues that have already taken over the towers of democracy, the state boards of election. And with that, it is my honor and pleasure to introduce Sean Astin. Sean the Brave has been fighting in the deep red lands of Indiana, and he's been on an epic Astin for Harris quest across these lands. And by the way, he's 5'0" nothing, 100 and nothing, and he's been hanging in there against the best Republican opposition. Sorry, wrong movie, but you take my point. Sean returns to us now at the turning of the tide.
Woo! Holy cow. That was incredible. I'm not sure how you follow that.
This is so painful.
Thank you for that incredible experience, Gandalf. Linda, thank you so much for having me. You are, as always, a vision and such an extraordinary human being. Your beauty, your strength, your intellect, your passion, your drive. You're just, you are Wonder Woman. Except I also know another Wonder Woman from that era, my mother. And I've been married to a Wonder Woman for 32 years. And we have 3 Wonder Girls, our 3 daughters coming up behind us. So it just seems altogether fitting and proper to be here with you, Linda, to celebrate and fight for the first woman president, the soon-to-be first woman president of the United States of America, Kamala Harris. So I'm looking at Geeks and Nerds for Harris, and you know, my list of bona fides as a nerd and a geek are so long, I don't want to run out my clock listing them all. But I will say I've spent the last 2 years getting my master's degree in public administration and public policy. And so you could find me any time of the day and night with papers and books and strewn around and finding nooks and crannies to go to airports to take tests in. So pretty nerdy, pretty nerdy. I also want to say that, you know, being a geek or a nerd, those words have been such words of affirmation and words of strength and empowerment and kind of the taking back of something of our own power. But they did start as epithets. They did start as real negative bullying words. And in this country for the last 9 years, we've been getting bullied. We've been getting bullied by Donald Trump and the Trump movement and the MAGA movement.
What?
And
they're shooting at Donald Trump, you motherfucker! And you're talking about Trump is bullying you?
And beat them.
My God.
Beat the bullies back. And if the speech moves you, smash the button and donate right now. It's like in the great stories, Mr. Frodo, the ones that really matter. Full of darkness and danger they were, and sometimes you didn't want to know the end. Because how could the end be happy? How could the world go back to the way it was when so much bad had happened?
Fucking cross.
In the end.
Absolutely fucking crossing the line, bro. You are a fucking piece of shit for ruining fucking Lord of the Rings, you piece of shit. You are such a horrible person for doing that. Like, again, you can have your opinions. Now you're actually bringing something that has nothing to do with politics into it. You are a literal piece of shit, dude. God, these two again.
I need to talk to any of you.
Who's this?
Here. My name is Dr. Paul Booth, and I'm a professor of media and popular culture at DePaul University. And for over 20 years, I've been studying the impact of fandom and fan cultures on audiences, on culture, on media, and on politics. What I've come to understand is that fandom isn't just about enjoying a book, a band, a TV show, or even a 2,000-year-old Time Lord. It's about connection. And no fandom has exemplified that more than the Doctor Who fandom. For over 60 years, the Doctor and all their regenerations has been a champion of justice, of compassion, of above all, of equality. They search for truth, not power. They seek wisdom, not domination. They want knowledge, not control. So the international Doctor Who fandom is proof of how powerful these ideals are. They bring together people from every corner of the world, united by the belief that kindness and curiosity are our most valuable traits. From celebrating the first female Doctor to demanding more representation for people of color and LGBTQIA+ characters, Doctor Who fans have constantly pushed the boundaries of what inclusivity in the media can look like. So now more than ever, we need that unity
from a
around the world, even in our own country. Many communities are still fighting.
Look at him. None of these people have an authentic bone in their body. None of them. None of them believe in this stuff. They're all paid off to read from a script that they didn't write. They know nothing about what they're talking about. They're just reading the words that are being put in front of them and cashing their paychecks. None of them believe in this shit. None of them. Not one single person believes in any of this shit. I hate Gary is who I really hate. Gary is the reason that I'm watching this.
And our daughter,
okay, I can't. Yeah. Shut the hell up. Oh my God! How much talking are you losers going to do?
Am I pointing in the right direction?
What?
Liz?
What?
To see you all too, and
What
thank
was
you so much again
that?
for chatting with me.
What was that?
Welcome, everybody. It's I Love the 1870s with Liz Winstead. Am I pointing in the right direction? Liz Winstead, the great Greg Proops, host of the Smartest Man in the World podcast, and of course on tour with Who's Line. On to my left and my right, wait, hold on, over here, that's Angela B. Shelton and Francis Collier of Frangela. And we're here to warn you about one of the many things that Project 2025 will do to destroy America. Now,
What the hell is happening? None of this is helping. None of this. Bro, I don't understand how anybody thought this was a good idea. How did anyone think this was a good idea? This is so bad. This is so bad. This is going to be memed to hell. What was that thing that remember when all of these gay rights activists did this Zoom call and it was they sung the song like "We're coming for your kids"? You remember that? Do you remember that? We're coming for your children. They sang that song. It was on a Zoom call. You remember that? And then they deleted it from the internet after they got absolutely roasted. Okay, this is going to help Trump. Yes, I know people are donating to them and they're getting all of their money. It doesn't matter, dude. This is content for days. People are going to make so much content out of this. This is some of the cringiest shit ever seen. This is insane.
I think one of the biggest hits of the 1870s was a song called, Daughters of Freedom, the Ballad is Yours, which wasn't technically true at the time and might have had something to do with them not wanting women to mail things around to the rest of the country.
Or just anybody mailing anything, really, or showing your ankles.
Right.
Also, it should be told that in his memoirs, part of the reason he wanted to have lewd and lascivious things he identified not being sent to the mail is because he himself was a chronic masturbator and wanted that to, just self-professed.
Yeah, I think it's something we all share.
What is happening right now? What is happening? Holy shit.
And we're throwing it back to Linda. Thank you so much.
Oh no, it's Linda. It's Linda.
Thank you so much.
Oh no, it's Linda again. Look, man, I don't know how old Linda Carter is. I don't know if she's got some issues. I don't know if she's been hanging out with Kamala and kicked a few back. I don't know. Okay.
Lindy, listen, you know, we were going to talk about the abortion issue. And for some reason that got kind of left out here. And the Comstock Act, I think, was going to kind of go into that a little bit. But this is so important. I do not want to leave this off because we are being stripped bit by bit. 44% of our nation are under these restrictive laws. And I, for one, who have benefited from having these kinds of freedoms, my daughter doesn't have the same freedoms I do. Your grandchildren.
What freedoms does she? There's no point to ask these questions.
And half the nation is under these restrictive laws, and it affects men too. It affects your families. It affects. They want to ban contraception. Don't forget that includes condoms. So now I'd love to introduce a real fun guy who probably.
Oh no! What was that?
I'd love to introduce a real fun guy who probably knows a thing or two about fungi or fungi. If you grew up in the 90s, you would recognize him anywhere. And even if you didn't, you can't help but be a fan. Him or fungi. If you grew up in the 90s, you would recognize him anywhere. And even if you didn't, you can't help but be a fan. Geeks and nerds, please welcome our favorite science guy. It's Bill Nye, the science guy. Welcome, Bill Nye. Thank you so much for being here. Please tell them all that we need their vote and we need them to donate. You can do it.
Thank you so very much indeed. Yes, everybody, you have to vote. I have said for many years.
What a shocker,
we consider
Bill
science
Nye.
to be. Megan, over to you. Let's change the world.
Hello, my fellow Americans.
Thank you, Bill. Now, it is my honor to introduce this woman I met. I mean, she's just the incomparable person in front of you. And with Mae Jameson here with her tech genius, Megan Smith, the former Chief Technology Officer of the United States of America. Megan Smith and Mae Jameson, welcome.
Brandon from Augusta, Georgia. I'm a Star Wars fan, and I think that Kamala and Tim are the right choice because, like the Jedi, Princess Leia, Luke Skywalker, the Rebels, and the Resistance, they're fighting for our rights and our freedoms, both to keep them and to extend them to those who may not yet have them. They're fighting to protect the environment. We only get one Mother Earth. They're fighting for the rights of our LGBTQIA brothers and sisters and our people of all races, colors, creeds, and beliefs, and for a woman's right to choose. I truly believe the Force is strong.
Hey, welcome to Star Wars and Democracy. I'm here with three dads, two from the Congressional Dads Caucus, Representative Andy Kim and Representative Wiley Nickel, and the party chair of the DNC, Jamie Harrison. I'm Yvette Nicole Brown. Now we're going to chop it up a bit about why we love all things Star Wars and a bit about how it connects with the epic battle we're facing as a democratic republic against pure evil on November 5th. But first, a little about my Star Wars journey. I saw A New Hope in theaters when I was 6 years old. And I've always been drawn to the Jedi and the idea of people using an unseen force for good, always for good. I think of Kamala Harris and Tim Walz that way now. Their force is decency and joy. And I believe that it is always unstoppable when wielded properly and among like-minded fellow Jedis. And that's us, everybody. We wield this force by voting. Now, how about you three? What's your Star Wars journey, your story? I'm going to start with Representative Kim and then go to Representative Nickel and then to Party Chair Harrison. So,
yeah, thanks.
Yes.
You know, we're a big Star Wars family, a big Star Wars Lego family. As you can see, three things I feel like I learned real quick. One is that, you know, we're part of something bigger than all of us. That's something that I think we can all take apart. Also, you can't assume that someone else is going to fight your fights for you. So if you want to see change, you got to do it yourself. And three, when it comes to voter outreach, never give up on anyone. If Darth Vader can change his mind and take matters into his own hand to change the leadership of the empire, any voter can change their mind, and we got to make sure we're going through this and doing our best to be able to engage people. So that's something I always try to think about.
I love that. Representative Nickel, it's you.
Well, thank you so much. And first of all, Yvette, Jamie, you are both invited and welcome to join the Congressional Dads Caucus. We would love to have you as a part of the team. It is inclusive of all. But, you know, for me, I was one of those, you know, geeks and nerds, the first to watch Star Wars in the theaters, you know, the first showing available, waiting, because it's about hope. It's about justice. It's about standing up for doing what.
This is tough, man. This is tough to get through, but it's necessary. We have to watch what these people are doing. These Democrats that hate the country, and they will lie about Donald Trump consistently. They want to talk about how they are the party of love and happiness and forgiveness and all that other bullshit. Meanwhile, Trump is getting shot at. You've got crazy people going after him. You've got bounties being put out on him, and they don't want to talk about any of that. They don't want to talk about any of that because, of course, that would not line up with their narratives. And so, so their whole goal is to just lie about Project 2025, which is an obvious lie that's been repeated time and time again, including directly from Kamala Harris. All of these people are reading from a script. They don't actually believe any of this stuff. But this is cringe beyond belief, and it needs to be covered.
Hello, fellow geeks.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
And nerds. We have a singular mission today to elect Kamala Harris and Tim Walz as our next president and vice president of the United States. As an avowed Trekkie, a Wonder Woman fan from way back, and a Supernatural super fan, I believe in the power of storytelling and the power of transformation. We face real challenges in this moment as we continue to move our nation's super fan. Trekkie as our singular.
She's reading notes talking about her journey as a fan. She's literally reading from a fucking script.
Hello, fellow geeks and nerds. We have a singular mission today.
She's reading
to elect
from
Kamala
a
Harris
script.
and Tim Walz as our next president and vice president of the United States. As an avowed Trekkie, a Wonder Woman fan from way back, and a Supernatural super fan, I believe in the power of storytelling and the power of transformation. We face real challenges in this moment.
Like none of these people are authentic, dude. They can't. You don't have to have a script if you're authentic, if you're talking about something that you care about. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jeremy. I am a Star Wars fan, a G.I. Joe fan, and a lifelong Nintendo fan. And I come to you today as the owner of Geeks and Gamers. Now, while Geeks and Gamers is not specifically political and everyone at Geeks and Gamers can have their own opinion, I would just like you to know that I am a proud Donald Trump supporter. And I believe that if you are tired of the direction of this country under the Kamala Harris and Joe Biden administration, you should urge not only yourself, but all of your friends and family to go out and vote for Donald Trump on November 5th, 2024. You can help make America great again. You can help take this country to the next level. And all you have to do is vote for Donald Trump. Look how easy that is. But these motherfuckers can't even tell their life story without a fucking script.
As we continue to move our nation forward, we are trying to figure out who we are as people and where we're headed. For that, we deserve leaders who see us and are not only willing to serve us, they are driven by a commitment to justice, to fairness, to opportunity.
Jeremy died and became
We need real life heroes who understand, let's fly.
Well, hello, I'm Bill Brady. I'm the co-creator of The Big Bang Theory.
You got the Star Trek people here. Oh, no. Whew. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go.
But the writing credit I'm most proud of is an episode of Star Trek Voyager because it makes me part of the greatest franchise in science fiction history. And I'm here with an amazing group. Will Wheaton, LeVar Burton, Jonathan Frakes, Breaks. My God, Jonathan, I'm so sorry.
Wait, what did he call him? What did he
Jerry
call him?
Ryan, Tim Russ, and Rob Breaks. My amazing group. Will Wheaton, LeVar Burton, Jonathan Frakes, Breaks. My God, Jonathan. Greatest franchise in science fiction history. And I'm here with an amazing group. Will Wheaton, LeVar Burton, Jonathan Frakes, Breaks. My God, Jonathan, I'm so sorry. Anthony Rapp, Jerry Ryan, Tim Russ, and Robert Picardo. And guys, I have a question for you. It's right away. We're getting some anomalous readings from the matter antimatter intermixed chamber in the starboard warp nacelle. What do I do about that?
Yeah, I think that the future that Kamala Harris is trying to lead us into is very much in alignment with the future that we have all contributed to creating.
Name a policy, please, please name me a policy. Since you know what type of future she's leading us into, name me one fucking policy. Name it right now. I want you to name the fucking policy. You can't name the fucking policy, can you? Because she has no policies. Good Lord, man.
Which is to say that aspect of who we are that is hopeful and open-hearted, to share the wealth and bounty that this great nation has been able to produce. The other side is not offering a vision for our future so much as they're really engaging in rhetoric that is all about grievance and wants to root us in the past. And the campaign keeps saying we are not going back.
This is insane, dude. This is the amount of lies and projection is truly astonishing. But again, if this doesn't go unchecked, man, I'm hoping all of the commentators, the Benny Johnsons, Tim Pools, I hope everybody just roast the living hell out of these lies and this bullshit. This is why it has to be covered, dude, because if these lies don't go unchecked, if these people just sit there and spew this nonsense and nobody calls them out and challenges them on it, then it's very damaging.
I think as important as anything, and she has owned it. And she is it, and she is articulate, and she makes us proud in a way that few have before her. So
oh my God!
Yes, yes.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Her name is Noelle. And I have a dream about her. She rings.
Oh no! 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 I don't know if there's enough super chats to make me continue at this point. Oh no.
My bell.
I can't. I don't think I can get through that one. He's still singing. I'm fast forwarding. He's still singing. Oh no, is that Patty Jenkins? Patty Jenkins? Oh boy, here we go.
Hi everybody, Patty Jenkins here. I'm so excited to join this incredible event with my beloved Linda Carter, who was a hero of mine growing up and became a dear, very close friend of mine in the course of making our wonderful movies together. I think that my favorite thing about getting to do Wonder Woman at all is that the reason that Linda had inspired me growing up is because of what she stood for and what I learned through her. I believe in Wonder Woman. I believe in what she's, representing about being a better person and being more loving and trying to save the day and save the world. So I think that there's a very important lesson here when it comes to how we look at this election. a lot of you are already with us on how we're going to vote this time, but if you're on the fence and if you only came here to see, people that you wanted to celebrate as I do, you might be, wondering whose values, you identify with. But I want to make one very simple distinction that I think you really need to focus on. When I first got to Hollywood, I noticed that there were a lot of people who came for two very separate reasons. A lot of people wanted to be a thing, and a lot of people wanted to do a thing, right? And what I started to notice about some of the people who wanted to be a thing was it wasn't really about the movie that they made or the work that they did. It was about their own glory. The people who came to do a thing could turn around and make an incredible movie or really make a contribution to the world. Well, let's look at this election. We have two very different people, and they are telling you exactly who they are. No matter what your political beliefs are, one of them is telling you that they are about being a thing. He is about his own glory, and every move he has made throughout his career has shown you that openly. He's told you as much. He's not about whatever.
God, these fucking people, dude.
Oh, much
no.
like
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Bottoms up. All right. It's time to turn up the alcohol, baby. Because here we go. Linda Carter is back. And she's got Brock Lesnar. So Linda Carter is going to be interviewing Brock Lesnar. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Brock Lesnar has to say. So it's going to be Linda Carter interviewing Brock Lesnar. So here we go.
Gail Simone. Patty Jenkins is one of my sisters in Wanda. Thank you, Patty. We need to elect leaders up and down the ballot to make sure that the Equal Rights Amendment is added to the Constitution so that women are protected against discrimination. When Kamala Harris is elected, she would be the first president whose rights are not specifically protected under the Constitution of the United States of America. So I want to welcome members of the ERA Coalition, and we will start with Zakiya Thomas. Can you introduce the ER and the coalition to us?
Sure. Thank you so much, Linda. So I'm Zakiya Thomas, president of the ERA Coalition. We represent over 80 million people fighting for equality, for protecting our rights and freedoms by getting the Equal Rights Amendment added to the Constitution. So first, I want to pass it over to Mona Sinha, who is an equal rights champion, our former ERA Coalition board member. Mona, why do we need to protect the rights of women and girls, and why Wonder Women should unite for the cause?
Every woman and girl should be able to live a life free of violence and discrimination. And even today, 1 in 3 women experience gender-based violence in their lifetime. And that just isn't what America is all about. And I think Wonder Women must unite for the ERA to be guaranteed by law. That's the only way we can have equal rights. That's what we deserve in this country. And President Harris is going to do that for us. So donate, donate, donate. Let's get her. Let's get a woman in the White House. Let's just do it.
Thank you. And then
Drew.
it's you.
You want me to do it, Drew? Can you talk about why men should advocate for the ERA and how would it help boys, men, LGBTQIA communities? How does it help everybody for women to have equality codified in the Constitution with the ERA?
Absolutely. Well, Wonder Woman's core mission is to fight for equality and justice for all. And she comes from a society where gender roles are not limiting, and she believes that everybody should be treated with fairness and with dignity. And the ERA guarantees equal rights under the law, regardless of sex. It helps break down systemic inequalities that hurt everyone, including boys and men. And by supporting the ERA, we are all standing for justice, not just for cis women, but for people of all genders, trans women, trans men, non-binary people, queer people. And true heroism comes from compassion, kindness, and justice, not rigid gender norms. So when men support the ERA, we are ensuring that everyone, regardless of gender identity or sexual orientation, has the legal backing they need to live without fear of discrimination. Please donate.
Thank you so much. You know, hearing from you who are on the front lines is so important to us. You know, this battle.
I can't believe that this is not a parody.
Men and women and Wonder Woman and, well, you know.
Wait, what?
Thank
What?
you so
Wait, what did
much.
you say?
I am
what
a
did
very
you say?
Men and women and Wonder Woman and, well, you know.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
I was informed about coverture, which I did not really understand the word. I didn't even understand what it was. Coverture has been embedded in our societies forever. Coverture is we come into the world, we are under our father's rule.
Our father's daughter.
Our
and
father's
our
daughter
husband's
and
wife.
rule.
Yeah.
And rule. Yeah. And then we are under our husband's rule, legally and then we are passed down to then we are a dowager and we still have no rights. Then we're passed down to our sons, and then they control. Well, bit by bit, we got some rights, and bit by bit.
What is happening right now? What is happening? This is absolutely fucking amazing, dude.
The rest of you all, we need you to donate right now. I need you to donate this very minute before we close this.
I'm gonna be like, that's how I'm gonna do super chat. It's gonna be like, we need you to donate right now. We need you to donate right now. I'm just going to play that right there. When I can't figure out what to say next, I'm just going to say donate to me.
Get together and we are going to meet with you all and anything. The rest of you all, we need you to donate right now.
She forgot what she was going to say. So her default is to tell people to give her money. Let's fucking go. Linda Carter's a grifter, baby. Linda, listen to me. I can teach you about thumbnails and algorithms. I can make you a YouTube star, okay? Like, we can work this out. You've already got the grift down, all right?
Let's see what we can, before we close up, donate, hit the button, donate, please. Wonder Woman and this fabulous techie human being that ran the United States tech world. Please come and join us. Plus that, all of the people that in this country that helped us tonight, and all of these wonderful, tiny little group of people that put this together. I mean, they just worked their little tails off for a month and then put it together in 8 days. So thank you so much, and thank you to my PR team. Thank you to Sabrina. Thank you to Jess. Thank you to all these people here, and to you, Megan, and thank you all those people.
Join us. Here we go.
Hit the buttons, and come with us. Thank you so much, Lindy and Wasim. I appreciate you so much. And to all the geeks and nerds of America, you know, you are seen. You are seen and you are appreciated. But not only that, we need you now more than ever to get out the vote. Get out there and vote. Get out there and help others to learn how to register if they haven't. And go Geeks. Go Harris.
Yeah.
Go to geeksforharris.org to sign up for opportunities. And go ahead.
We've got a geeky to-do list. You can join in on a million things. Travel around. Go to states that are really in the middle of deciding this, and talk to people and listen to them. Listen with your heart, and talk to them about why you care.
Yes, and we are going to put a lot of the geeks and people from around the country right on the screen, and we could not have done it without you. We really are in tears, just, you know, this was a labor of love from all of us. No one got paid. We all did this just because we want to elect Kamala Harris and Tim Walz and every single person watching, every single person out there that is doing something or wants to do something. We're with you. And Kamala, Vice President and Governor, we're with you 1,000%. Thank you so much.
The American people need you.
Thank you, and good night.
Good night.
What do you want me to say? Like, so when I saw, so this was in the beginning part, but they had Mark Hamill on. So there's Mark Hamill right there. There's Mark Hamill right there.
We work together. We work
No
together.
introduction, Mr. Mark Hamill. We know him, of course, for this theme. We got the Joker, but I mean, if you don't know who he is, you're not on the right Zoom right now, obviously.
Mark, thank you.
Yeah, I thought this was supposed to be the male models for Harris Zoom, so.
I thought this was the hair club for men Zoom. So here we go. We're going to ask a couple quick questions, and these are important because we're going to tell you a lot about why we're here tonight. So first, for our panel here, I got Wonder Woman. I have the Joker. I've got Lex Luthor. Do you prefer playing the hero or the villain?
Who wants to go first?
Me or them?
Let's go. I'm going to go with you first. Go ahead. You lead us.
Me?
You, Linda. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I'm typecast as a heroine, but I did get an opportunity to play a villain in Law and Order. And I guess I did a really good job because it gave me.
I legit can't watch this. I can't do it. I can't do this anymore. Like, this is just so bad. It's just so fucking bad, dude.